Morning, everybody. It's time to cut my soap that I made yesterday. There is the big box. Haven't taken it out. Let me put this over here. I have a paper bag, recycling it. I have little marks on there from the last time I cut my soap. I'm not really for sure how I'm going to cut this soap. We'll just see how it goes. I should have got all my stuff ready. Hold on. I usually use this. That's what I've used to cut my soap. It's not sharp at all. This is just like a pastry cutter, or when you chop, you can scoop up your stuff. Sorry, my kid's distracted me. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull it out of my mold. Well, that was pretty easy. Unmolding, not so bad. Let's see. Well, I'm getting it out of there. Let's just rip this. It's just a bag. I want to be able for you to see this better. Okay, hold on one second. Let me try to angle my camera better. It's not easy. Okay, we're going to hope that it stays right there. If it falls over, I'm sorry. All right, check it out. I got a few pieces where the plastic is wrinkled in this other corner towards me. So let's make sure I got to pull the plastic out of the corner. They come out. See? It was stuck in there. Okay. Then, like this. Pretty easy so far. Oh, there's some of my toppings. Well, that's okay. It's going to come off. That always happens. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, check out that. Perfect height, I think. So this was the 4-pound recipe. Look at the bottom. Yay! So hopefully they're going to be swirled with purple. I may have not used enough for that purple dye. Take another look at the top. But you can see the little hints of purple. I really like the way this comes because it looks like a hand made it. You know, it looks like it doesn't look perfect or anything like that. All right, so I want to get a nice even cut in the middle. Let me show you. Let me show you really quickly. Okay, I want to cut that nice and even down the center. So all I'm going to do, let me set my phone back up. All I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it with, of course, a ruler, and then try to mark it. So let me go get my ruler. Okay, I cannot find my ruler, so I had to get this one. All right, you want to see how big it is. First of all, it's about 7 inches across. So we're going to meet in the middle. Here, about 3.5, and I'm going to mark it. I'm just going to put it back up against there. It's just about 7. So I'm going to take a knife, and I'm going to mark it about where I think is half. I'm going to look at it really good. Okay. Then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to keep marking about the 3.5 mark. Right there. And at least want to cut it in half perfectly. And then worry about, cutting it up into pieces. So this is awesome. 3.5. Still trying to make it is. Okay, now I'm going to go from the other side. My camera's doing that weird. Come back into focus. Thank you, camera. Okay. It does that. It when you move too much, it wants to focus on everything. Okay. So we're going to do the same over here. About 3.5. We're going to look. 3.5 here. 3.5. Okay. Alrighty. So, and just to be clear, this is roughly 24 hours since I made my soap. So, just to let you know. Okay, I like cutting with this because it makes really nice, smooth cuts. A knife would work, but I think this is going to do the job. And I'm going to try to keep it as perfectly straight as I can. I do what I have with, because I don't have the fancy soap cutting stuff yet. Not a professional at any. Oh, see, this started to bend and make my cut not straight, so you got to be careful. Okay, I'll turn it around so you can see. It started to cut it a little uneven, but that's okay. Not a big deal. And now I'm going to cut them into bars. And I like about a 1.5 inch bar. It just depends on how wide or big you want your soap. Since I don't have to use this yardstick, since I don't have my ruler. And I'm going to measure, this is about 9.5, almost 10 inches. It's right here at the 9.5 mark. So I'm going to put it down here. Yep, 9.5. So I'm going to look, and I'm going to try to guesstimate as best as I can. And I'll just make little scores all the way down. And then I also have a little guide, like I showed you, on the bottom of how let me move this one over here. So I can use my little guide. I have already marked. Look at the inside of my soap. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, a little messed up right here a little bit, but I can shave that off. It's got purple in there. Wish it was a little more purple, but then it might look unnatural. So I like it. All right, so I'm going to put my soap back like this. I'm going to put it up against this little, I already have 1.5 inch marks on my paper here. Already pre-measured out. So I'm just going to start cutting it. And I'm going to use the same thing, my bench scraper. So I just go like that. So I know kind of where to go. Okay, let's see my bar of soap. That's pretty good thickness. It actually might be a little too thick. I may have accidentally cut that a little too thick, but this is the end piece. I keep the end pieces for myself. So the end pieces are not going to be for sale unless I just run out of soap to sell. I was talking with my husband last night, and a lot of people want to know how to make soap. They're just so happy that I'm making soap, and they want to buy soap from me. I'm so excited that I am going to be trying to make more income for our family. We haven't gotten the license to sell our goat's milk yet, which we only have enough goat's milk for us to drink right now because we only have 2 goats that were in milk. Now they are not in milk, so it's really hot, so I stopped milking them. And the one I didn't milk because she had babies to feed. She had 2 babies, and she didn't have a really good working udder on one of them. So anyways, so when we get more goats and more milk than we can handle, then I'll start selling it. This is working out perfect. I mean, I'm so happy with how this is working out. It, to me, looks handmade. And I seem to be cutting them the pretty, I'm looking up at top to make sure that it looks level. And it's going straight down. And you don't have to buy, you could buy those fancier, cutting. They have all kinds of cutters that are super fancy. And I would love them. I mean, it probably would be a lot faster to just plop it in one of those wood cutters or make one ourselves. And I would get perfect, perfect, I'm trying to think, 1.5 inch bars throughout. But the way I measured it is it works out. And not all of them, here, I'll show you really quickly. Sorry. Not all of them are cut exactly perfect. But for now, I'm not selling them to like the public. It's going to be friends, families, stuff like that. I'm probably going to have to give away a lot because I know a lot of people want to just try it. And so, I can give away the smaller bars and, sell some of the nicer ones that come out. So when I actually get into selling them, we want to have a little stand to sell our produce and our milk and stuff. And then I'll be selling soaps. That'll come later. But just for at home making your own soap, it's not that hard. It takes 24 hours to cure with the cold process to cut it. Then you need to let it cure for another 4 to 6 weeks so it hardens. It's not that it'll hurt you. I'm not using gloves. The lye is no longer active. It did its spawnification, which is awesome. And harden those fats right on up, or those oils. So just remember, watch my other videos and watch many YouTube videos, the safety of working with lye. And I'm really happy the way this is my 3rd batch of soap. Every batch has come out great. I'm really happy with the oatmeal lavender soap that I found in that soap making book. We have eczema, so this is going to be great for it. And I'm going to try other types of soap. But right now I have lots of oatmeal and lavender. And a lot of people want oatmeal and lavender soap. So that's what I've been making. And the next venture is, hopefully lemon and bergamot and stuff like that. Because those are some of my favorites. Essential oils and smells. So thank you so much. I'll show you what everything looks like once I get it all cut.